Have you ever caught yourself saying, I'll start when life gets a little less busy? Start learning English. Start exercising. Start reading. Or finally pursue something you've wanted to do for years. But somehow, day after day, it remains just a thought. Not because you don't want it, but because life always seems to give you another reason to wait. I have a friend. For years, every time we met, she would say the same thing. Really need to learn English. Not to earn a certificate. Not to impress anyone. She simply wanted to feel more confident at work. She wanted to talk to international clients without feeling nervous. She wanted to watch movies without subtitles. And one day, she hoped to travel abroad with confidence.
I really want to learn English. I just don't know where to find the time. I nodded gently, because I knew this wasn't just her story. It's the story of so many of us. Adult life is busy. Every day brings another list of responsibilities. Work, children, family, relationships, stress, exhaustion. By the end of the day, all we want is a little time to rest. And somehow, the things we truly want to do keep getting pushed to tomorrow. A few days later, she told me something that made me smile. Last night, I picked up my phone to study English. But then, one video appeared, then another, and another. Before she realized it, almost 40 minutes had passed. She laughed and said, "Turns out, I didn't really lack time. I just didn't know how to use it." That stayed with me, because maybe we've been looking at learning the wrong way. We think we need a perfect schedule, a quiet desk, a textbook, 1 or 2 uninterrupted hours. And if we can't have all of that, we decide not to begin at all. But life rarely gives us perfect moments. From that day on, she made one small change. She stopped waiting until life became less busy. On her way to work, she listened to short English conversations. While cooking dinner, she played simple listening exercises. During her lunch break, she learned a few new words. At night, she still used her phone like everyone else. But instead of spending all her time scrolling, she gave just 10 minutes to learning. No pressure, no impossible goals. Just a little every day. A few months later, she still wasn't fluent, but she was no longer afraid to greet an international client. She could understand more during meetings. She had the courage to speak, even when she knew she might make mistakes. The biggest change wasn't her English. It was the fact that she had stopped saying, "I'll start tomorrow," because she had already started. Maybe the biggest obstacle isn't a lack of time. Maybe it's the belief that we need to do everything perfectly before we begin. When the truth is, every meaningful habit starts with something small. If there's something you've been putting off, don't ask yourself, "When will I finally have enough time?" Instead, ask yourself, "Can I give it just 10 minutes today?" 10 minutes to learn. 10 minutes to read. 10 minutes to take a walk. 10 minutes to finally begin the thing you've been talking about for so long. Don't underestimate those 10 minutes, because it's the small things, repeated consistently, that quietly change our lives. Confidence isn't built by making big promises. It's built through small actions, repeated day after day. Maybe today, you'll only take one small step. But as long as you don't stop, one day, you'll look back and smile because you chose to begin. See you in the next story.